keep looking forward.
Blah, y'all already know what it is. Your boy Yaakov, what it do? The outlet to reality, the holdest podcast in Vegas and Chicago. What up? This is the place where you want to hide from your drama or maybe hide from your baby mama. Aha, just kidding. Y si tú quieres cambiar tu vida, if you want to change your life, then subscribe. Ching. And by the way, guys, I just published a book. It's out on Amazon. It's called Shabbat in Chicago. It's about an audacious single mom who opens her heart and home to 5 adopted kids while embracing her Latino culture while being Jewish. And today we have one of the biggest stars tonight. And I'm so excited, guys. She's a bodybuilder, a coach, and she's also big in IFBB. Give it up for the one and only Shaina. What's up?
I was trying to hold my voice when you were just making your first intro there. I was like, oh, he hasn't even introduced me yet. I'm already making noises.
Oh man, it's good. The good thing is that you laugh. I needed you because I wanted to break the ice.
I just didn't see that coming. I was like, baby mamas. I was like, what have I gotten myself into?
But look, I gotta say, it's a big honor to have you. I'm so excited, and I gotta tell the fans how we met. This is crazy.
Okay, you tell them how we met.
I'm gonna keep it PG, y'all. But when she came, I'm not gonna lie, she came in so confident. She had a workout bag. She was like ready to go. She came in. I'm not lying, like real confident. The moment I knew that she was like real laid back, funny, I was like, yo, she's cool people. And then I met like one of her best friends, big dude, man, like probably 6'11" or 6'5", 6'2", I forgot. I forgot. I can't even get his name right now, but
Jared Feather, yeah.
Thank you, girl. Thank you. And he's big too, big guy, real nice and humble. And that moment, like, I was like, yo, she's cool people. I was like, yo, I gotta have you on the show, girl. You don't understand. You changed my life. You say. And you're like, for real? I'm like, yeah.
It was pretty funny. I think we were cracking jokes from the first few minutes of meeting each other. Because the process was just taking a bit long, So I was like, yeah, I just need to kind of lighten up the mood. And now I'm joking. I think there was a lady in the background that was going off on her phone.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I need to bring some positive energy into this building right now.
Right. And you did. You definitely made it smooth. I'm so happy. And I gotta ask you, right? Now that you're in Vegas,
yeah,
you are from Australia. What made you make that transition or that leap of faith to say, hey, I'm gonna leave everything, I'm coming to Vegas?
Well, people don't know this. I'm actually an American citizen. So I was born in the US and I left America when I was 9 years old. So my parents found better opportunity for themselves, which was Australia. And when I never came back, I actually never came back. So I never looked back because me and my family, we always met in like Philippines or even Australia. So when Jared and his crew came over to Australia, they were like, hey, you know what? They had a seminar. They had seminars all over. And then they hit Perth, which is the city that I'm from over there. Long story short, we were able to catch up and Jared was like, you're an American citizen? I'm like, dude, you need to get over to the US. You need to come to Las Vegas because this is where the bodybuilding scene is at. And I was like, damn, okay. So long story short, I came to visit earlier this year. Last year, 2024. And then I loved everything about it. Vegas is freaking amazing, full of positive energy, people that are so encouraging. And it's a place of growth. You just feel it every day, But when I went back home, I was like, damn, like, I think I would want to move over. When I spoke to Jared, he was like, you should consider moving because I think everything that you do really well over here. So I'm an online coach, I'm a bodybuilder, but I could really move around and work around wherever I am. So I thought, okay, I've got nothing to lose if I move to Las Vegas. The only bad thing would be being a little bit homesick, which I did at the start, but I thought that's the worst worst case scenario. Then I can always go back if I really don't like it, because I've got the option. So I decided to move over in June, and here we are. 6 months later, we're here.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's long story short, obviously. But I basically loved it, and I was like, when I went back home, I felt like something was missing, and I was like, I think I need to give this a try. Yeah.
Wow. I'm proud of you, to be honest. Like, it's really a big, I would say, the biggest fear for a lot of people is to leave their where they grew up, right? And I
Yeah.
feel like because it's like a comfort zone, you're like, man, I just can't leave. I got my people, my best friends. But
Hmm.
you taking that initiative to say, you know what, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make something out of it. I'm gonna network, do what I gotta do. I think that's beautiful because it shows you trying to build your own legacy. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
home will always be there.
Yeah.
Australia will always be there. You can always go
Yeah.
back, but now this is gonna be your new home.
Yeah, and I think for a while, not gonna lie, for the last couple of years, I really did feel that I wanted to do something like the next thing, the next chapter in my life. I wanted that to come, but I didn't exactly know where. And I felt like that was my calling when I met Jared and his crew. Yeah, but it was something that I always wanted to do. It just felt right when I came over here. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's amazing. You know, to be honest, when I first met Jared, I thought he was your husband at first.
Wait, I think that's
He's
what you
like,
said,
he's like, hey,
right?
you want something from the breakfast spot? And I was like, yo, I think that's her man. Yes, 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 yes. I was, how you doing, sir? Yes, yes, buddy. Yes.
Pulls out his credit card.
Yeah, right. And then you're like, no, no, I'm good right now. I'll eat later, but go ahead, go eat, take your
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But that was funny when I
We've
first.
gotten that quite a bit. Yeah, people have always like. There's a few people that have been like, "Oh, is that your husband?" I'm like this Asian that just came to America.
Oh, you too
uh,
funny. Too funny.
yeah.
And look, I gotta ask you something, right? So you're really big into like, working out, changing people's lives.
Mhm.
What really was the start for you wanting to pursue in this field and wanting to stay healthy, get fit? Who inspired you, or were you always like that? You know?
I wasn't always like that. Definitely not. After high school, I was actually trying to become a dentist. So I was a dental nurse for a little bit. And my goal is to become a full time dentist, basically. But there was always something in my life I felt like, okay, I feel like I could do like a lot more. As you've noticed when we first met, I'm a chatterbox. Okay, so being a dental nurse, like stuck in that office, like just 8 hours a day, I was like, I could not do it. I was like, I felt it in me, and I'm like, always thought at the back of my head, I feel like I could do something different, but I never knew what that was. And what inspired me the most, like I love bringing this story up because people always ask me like, who inspired you? It's like no one actually inspired me. To be honest, man, like I went through like a breakup, a real toxic breakup. And I won't ever forget like a few of the things that he said, but it made me feel very insecure about myself. And I had to look at myself rather than looking at him like he's the problem. Like, what have I done for this to happen? And when I looked at my whole lifestyle, like I was trying to become a dentist, I was so unhappy. So that energy alone was really bad. I smoked all the time. I drank pretty much 3 to 4 times a week minimum. And if I could drink on a daily, I would as well. But I realized I was just like doing all those things to cover how I actually felt. And my cousin at the time was studying PT. So he was like, you need to just like, change your lifestyle a little bit, like drop all the bad habits. And, it's a lot easier said than done when you're dealing with the emotions that you do. But I did decide to do that, and I went straight into the gym. So I hired myself a personal trainer because that was the only thing that was going to push me. And I won't ever forget, like, the moment I made the decision of dropping everything, I felt really, really good about it. Like, it was New Year's Eve, actually. New Year's Eve. Yeah. And I was like, I think it was 2012 or something. 2012, I'm gonna make sure I drop everything. I'm gonna become a hot bitch. That was my goal. I'm gonna show him that I'm gonna become so hot, and he's gonna regret it. Like that was my mindset at the time. But then, as I got into fitness, and I started seeing results, I started feeling better. It wasn't about that anymore. I seen a lot of growth within myself, and after that, because I booked a few sessions, I was like, damn, I really loved how my trainer made me feel. And I was, again, becoming a dentist at the time. And I was like, I would love to do what this person has done to me for other people, because you can change your life around. You can drop the bad habits if you really want to. It's literally mindset. So then and there, I like dropped my dentistry course behind my parents' back. And I took up a personal training course, and that took me just a few months. 11 to 12 years later, here we are. So that is long story short of how I started. It started off with a breakup, and a lot of people start with like, there's always a reason why people get into like programs and, wanting to shape up. I feel like there's always a deep, deep reason rather than just, I want to be fit and healthy, But once you get into the habit of things, you realize that these things benefit in so many other areas in your life, not just I want to look hot. There's a lot of other areas too, and I felt really, really good. So that was the main thing that made me start.
Whoa,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty deep. I gotta be honest. Like when you said a breakup, right? I was like, yo, I can so relate. I'm
You're
gonna be
like,
honest
I
with
feel
you.
that.
Go ahead, go ahead. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
But the thing is, after a couple years later, actually, that ex did try to contact me again, and it was the best
Whoa.
freaking feeling. It was the best. It was the best feeling. But at that point, I didn't have a revenge mindset. I was like, it was what it was. That's what happened. We can be friends, forgiven. Let's just put that to the past. But
Yeah.
I never looked back. I kept moving forward.
That's good. I love that. I'm proud of you, girl. I got nervous for you. I was like, please don't say she went back. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You
hell
know what I'm
no.
saying?
You don't deserve me at my best.
Right. I got worried for you, girl. My palms were heavy, my spaghetti. I was getting worried, but the good thing you passed. But I,
Yeah.
I, I do gotta be honest, when you are in a toxic relationship, right?
Mhm.
It's very draining. I'm not gonna lie. They take so much of your time. No matter what you do, at the end of the day, because they're so narcissistic, they're never happy, no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. It gets really, really draining, and you realize that you're putting so much time, effort, and energy to trying to please someone rather than pleasing yourself. And you
Yeah.
forget about yourself. And that's the point that I got to. And when I realized I started taking care of myself, I was like, damn, that's kind of all I needed. And when you focus on your own growth, you will naturally attract the people that are meant to be in your life. And if they're not in your life, then they're just not meant to be in your life. And that's not a bad thing.
Right, right. That's true.
Yeah.
Dang, girl, you sound too wise. I wasn't ready for that.
Been through a lot, bro.
I should have brought the popcorn. I'm saying.
Are you getting like a little bit emotional?
Yeah, you know what? You got me.
Like I got toxic relationships.
Right.
Toxic relationships suck. They just freaking suck. And one of the main reasons why so many people don't get to pursue their goals, like straight up. Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I think because you could be doing that person could be so it could be jealousy too. Like, babe, I just want you to stay at home with me.
Oh
You
yeah. Yeah.
Look, babe, I love staying in bed with you with the candles and the mimosas, but I gotta go out. You know what I'm saying? Gotta make that money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on. And then, also too, it just sucks too where you have to show that, look, babe, I ain't gonna cheat. I'm gonna be faithful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because in a way they don't really trust you, whatever you do. There's no
Yeah.
really trust. And something I learned is that if there's no trust, there's no love. That's
Yeah.
like my honest opinion. So
Yeah.
like if my girl, she's like, hey, I want to go out tonight. Let's say I don't know where she's gonna go out to the movies for something with her girlfriends. I'm not gonna be like, damn, who you with? Who was the guy who served you popcorn? What was his name? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think people need to be secure enough when you and another person have decided to be in a relationship. That should be secure. You should feel secure enough that that's your person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it shouldn't make another person feel like crap when they're just trying to hang with their friends, and yeah, it can really ruin. It can make or break a relationship for sure. Trust. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I got one last question I have to ask you. It's a tough one, but this is
yeah, go
so
for it.
interesting. This is very interesting.
Okay.
What are your like 5 red flags in a guy? I gotta know, girl. This is
Oh
this is
my god,
gangster right
that's
here
so
because
funny.
every girl has a different response. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta know.
I actually spoke to one of my friends about this yesterday. I wrote a list what I don't want and what I do want in a person. Okay, red flags,
Yeah.
not good at communication,
Oh.
dishonesty,
Okay.
being a cheater,
Oof.
not having drive.
Oof.
I think that's four. What's the fifth one? To be honest, I had like 20. And literally someone that can just meet me halfway, effort wise.
Mm,
Yeah.
wow.
So someone that doesn't meet me halfway, that's a red flag. Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't want to feel like I'm the one putting all the effort in all the time, you know? Yeah.
Wow. I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good. I like that, girl. I'm taking
I
notes.
feel
I'm
like
taking.
like all my responses today. You're like,
Yeah, that's like, dang, girl. This girl,
speechless.
I like. I don't know if she had Cheerios today or she had hot chocolate with s'mores. I don't know.
Like I
She's
said,
on
I
the
just
road
been through
today.
life. Actually, I had core power today, protein, just filling my muscle, but
Okay, all right, girl. All right.
not sponsored or anything by this, but they're
Okay.
great.
You funny. You funny. I got this technique I want you to hear. Okay, it's one of my
Okay.
best. So when I go on a date, right? I have a rule. Okay. So the first day, you gotta, hear the personality, see what they're all about, right? And if it goes real smooth, I'm like, man,
Mm-hmm.
this girl I'm feeling, she's real good. Time for the second day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second day, I'm gonna say, all right, let me see what she all about. Let me see if she's fun too, like outside of the dinner. Let me see if
Yeah.
she's fun, maybe she like to dance or something. But the third one, if I feel like she's really okay, I'm really feeling her. Okay, watch this. You ready for this? This is gangster
Here
right here. This
we
is
go. Here we go.
gangster.
Okay.
So you basically, and you could try this too. I'm gonna let you steal my technique, but
Perfect.
yeah, I'll let you keep it. So on the third date, right? You go to a nice restaurant, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They you orders and the other person orders, but this is how you play it. You're gonna go to the waiter and tell them to mess up your partner's order. You know why? Because you gotta see how they react.
Oh,
Now,
what?
if you see how they react, right? This is gonna prepare you if this is a toxic person.
Okay.
If they get like this, say they order, I don't know, chicken Alfredo and it had mushrooms and they didn't ask for mushrooms on there,
Yeah.
their reaction you can see if they go like, man, F this place, they make a scene and they
Yeah.
like yell or disrespect the waiter,
Mm-hmm.
you have to ask yourself, are you willing to be with someone like that for the
Yeah.
rest of your life?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
second, if they're real cool about it, like, hey, they tell the waiter, hey, look, I noticed you guys accidentally put mushrooms on my order. I didn't ask for mushrooms. Oh, sorry, sir, we'll fix it for you. You see, he's cool about it.
Patience. Yeah, I'm taking notes for sure because, like, the thing is, when you meet someone, you don't really know their true colors till literally 6 months to a year later, which is why there's such a high rate in people that have been together for like a year and a half. That the breakup rate is so high around that time because the true colors start coming out, and you don't realize these things at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I think now that like there's a hack, we can literally find out on the third date.
For real? Yeah, yeah. But you can never tell them that you did that trick.
Of
You know what I'm
course
saying? You can
not.
never, because the moment you do, you fail because then they're like,
You put
all
me
right,
to
I'm never gonna want to see you, because you put me on
yeah.
the test.
That
But
is
you,
so funny. Wait, a question. Have you done this?
yes, I have, I
And
have.
did you get a bad reaction?
I've seen the worst reaction. I'm like, yo, this person's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
What did you put in there though?
No, I just tell them like I give the waiter like a tip. I say, hey, just mess up the order. I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put extra salt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And
Thank
it's
you.
just so funny, but like and then some people they've actually done like good job. Like they kept their cool, right?
Hmm.
And I was like, man, that's dope. And then here's another technique. You're gonna love this. This is my secret, another secret.
Okay.
So they say this is I learned from my mentor that there's a different way to find if this is your right partner. You ready for this?
Hmm.
There's three components. The first one is see how they act when they're drunk.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I'll tell you why, because your true feelings come out. You say a lot of things, right? And you're like, dang, like I remember one time I went to a bar and it was like this person just got married, and like the husband that just got married, he got so drunk he made out with the bartender in front of his wife.
Oh wow.
And that's
Yeah.
the, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look out for these.
Yeah.
And here's another thing: what if your man or woman, whoever, when they drink, what if they get violent? What if they get real, like, crazy? Are you willing to put up with that for the rest of your life or babysit them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the second. You ready for this? The
Mhm.
second is, how are they, when they didn't have money and now they have money? Do
Mhm.
they
Yeah.
see you the same? You feel
For
me?
sure. Yeah. Of course. Money can definitely change people's personalities for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's the number two. And the third, you're gonna like the third one. The third one is, how do they act with their family? Are they the person that disrespect their mom and dad and cuss them out? You know, are you gonna let? Are you gonna tolerate that? Right? Are
Mhm.
you okay with that? Are your kids, when you do have kids, you want them to be like that? Right?
Yeah.
And here's the last one. This is the last one that kind of ties into, we were talking about toxic. If they are a very abusive person or angry, right? Like out of like, they don't have control. Are you willing to tolerate and be with them? So
Mhm.
those are the four components that I learned from my mentor to look out anytime you meet somebody and you want to see if they're the one.
Yeah.
You gotta see, you gotta, test these different elements,
Mhm. We're both just like getting real deep.
I know. I'm sorry, girl. Yeah, dang. I couldn't help
Oh,
it. New.
so true. So true. I think a lot of people get consumed with the energies around them. Could be friendships as well. Friendships could be just as toxic too. Jealousy, insecurity, all of that. But I think it's very important who you surround yourself with, and if you do have like a partner in crime, like it's important with how you guys give each other value to each other's life.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
I love it. I love it, girl. Oof, oof. That was good. That was good.
It became a love podcast.
Right, right. She's a love coach now, guys. If y'all need some
Yes.
consultation, she's here Monday through
You don't
Friday.
even know. I give a lot of advice.
That's it.
Fun experience, obviously, and like I've just known with myself for over the years that who you surround yourself with and your energies and the people that you get in relationships with make a huge difference in your future life decision makings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
I love that, girl. I love that. We're starting strong, so this is our year to shine. That's it.
Yeah. 2025 is your year. Uh huh.
Amen. Amen. So
And I'm.
look, I want to ask you, one of my last questions to wrap up. If
Mhm.
you could give any advice to anybody, right, that want to pursue like coaching or being what's it called? Be part of any, anything when it comes out to like, working out or entertainment, whatever their passion is, what advice would you tell them?
Go for whatever it is that you want to achieve and don't let anything stop you. Keep looking forward, keep your eye on the prize, tunnel vision all the way, and there will always be setbacks in life. I know this is meant to be short, man, but I just really want to. You're like, people always go like, "What's the one thing you would say?" There's a few things, and I like from what I've learned over the years, you really need to stick with. Everyone knows what they want in life, but people slowly become in denial about it once they start getting consumed by different energies or people have different opinions, but deep down of what you want. So chase after it because we're not getting any younger. We're all getting old and we're all going to die one day, right? So got to make the most of this one life that you have. It's a gift.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, if I were to say you're going to die tomorrow, but you won't die if you do 100 push-ups, you would do those 100 push-ups, right?
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
I feel like people wait until there's urgency or like a reason to, if there's, what's the word for it? Mm, well, I'll just leave it at urgency.
Okay.
I was trying to find the word. I had a word for it, but I can't really think right now. But yeah, people only make the moves when there's urgency, literally, and you don't want to get to that point. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at what you can do in 3 months, 6 months if you really put the time and effort into it every single day, day in, day out.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Oof. Oof, girl, you on it. You on it. Well, look, guys, I do want to say, guys, this is the Outlet to Reality, the holdest podcast in Vegas and Chicago every Tuesday. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Ching. Y'all know where to find me. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, the Outlet to Reality. My Snapchat's Take More Pass It, and my TikTok is at Yaakov28. And for my favorite celebrity in the building, it's an honor to have you. Where can my fans find
Thank
you?
you. So you can find me on Instagram, and it is Shaina Garcia, Shaina Garcia, Garcia _IFV Pro. So you can hit me up at any point if you guys have any questions or if you just want to chat.